Namaste, everybody. Welcome to the foundational yoga class, and thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for coming back again and again. I dearly appreciate your consistent and persistent. I have a writing up here, which is I also talked about it yesterday. It says, is it possible to live our lives in such a way that we actually never get to live our lives ever? I hear the ding. So like what is me and Aphinya? Like live our lives. I live my life every day. Right? I will give you an example. Just speak specifically about what's going on with me yesterday, filming and try to like give the best class I can with everybody. I can look at that one way or the other. One negatively, two positively. To me as a teacher, I did everything I can. Like as a type A person, I feel like my class was a disaster. Because like 5 minutes, I hear the ding, my internet is disconnected. 10 minutes in and I hear the ding again. I'm just like, oh my God, what's going on here, God? I mean, why can't I just give a good class and my student have to be distracted and help me? I felt bad. I'm gonna cry because I felt so bad. My emotion is coming up. But on the other hand, when I look at that, like in a positive way, I mean, before I move on, when I be negative about that situation, I feel really contract, like I'm not happy, I'm not joyful. I don't feel like that is living my life. On the other hand, when I really force myself, like sometimes I have to do that. Look at it in a positive way. Like everybody jump in. They're just like, Aphinya, we don't see you, we don't hear you, it's freezing. Cling, cling, cling. Like everybody stick with me through. And they just don't give up and they just keep coming in and they help me. I mean, it feels so amazing. Now I'm emotional on the other side. So like, wow, this is amazing, and I feel like my heart is opening. I feel softened into the situation. Like everybody jump in and help just to get this class going for themselves, for me, and for one another. And to me, that is living our lives. I mean, we have to find the balance between, to not get hurt, to make sure that we give the best, to like give the best test, give the best class, give the best work ever. But if you're too worried to the point that you just like feel contract and gripping and you control everything, especially we as a mother, Taya, like don't do that, don't touch it, don't do that, don't break it, don't do that, don't. I'm like, do you really like do we really get to live our lives ever? Or I can tell myself, come back to my daughter's situation, like, it's only a chair, it's only a plant, it's only a waste. She break it, so what? And just saying that, I can feel like softness. I can feel my heart, it just open, I can feel relaxed. So my point is, I don't think it's a one way or the other. It's always for you to find the balance, but your body will tell you when you overdo it or underdo it. If you feel contract, if you feel unhappy, if you feel closed down, if you feel pulled back, that is a sign that you are not right in this moment living your life, even though you are in your life. But if you feel opening, you can feel the smiles on your face come very easily, you feel softening, you can feel the tenderness, you can see the bright sun, you can receive that cold air on your skin. Yeah, you are living your life. Having said that, close your eyes, please. With your breath traveling into your body and out from your body. You experience what it is right now in this moment, what's going on with you, and why it's happened as it is. Are you too worried? Are you too concerned? You just want to make sure things going right. But with all of that, those concern, those worry, sometimes we need to learn, is that a true message, or is that it's something that we overdone it? Your body will tell you. When you exhale and you feel like, oh my God, you still feel tight in your chest and you cannot relax, or you cannot feel opening, something probably right at this moment doesn't go right. So you breathe again. Sometimes it takes time, but the more you do it, as you persistent with yourself, it will at one point, you can open your heart again, you can feel yourself relax again. So keep coming back to your breath. You breathe maybe a little fuller, but still comfortable. And you feel the front and the back and the sides of your body expand evenly. And when you exhale, you let the breath go. You sink deeper onto your seat. And know that the only way that you will know that you are being true to your living, be good to yourself or not, it's just to come back to yourself and be whole, from your physical to your emotional to your mental and to your spiritual. With your lotus flowers, go right to your third eyes. We are going to chant Om 3 times together, please. Take a deep breath in and exhale fully. Another deep inhale, please. And you bow your head to your heart. Release your hands, lift your chin, open your eyes. Would you please come up standing, be on your feet. We are warming up right here, nice and tall. Well, make sure your core is engaged and lengthen your spine up. Okay, don't stand like this. And warming up. Stand nice and tall, opening the space of the heart. You draw your shoulder blades back and then you start working your neck. Now, many of you standing up with your feet actually toe pointing away from one another. fanning out. So correct that feet. Let them parallel toward one another. At least in that action, your hip will have to be pushed back slightly in itself, which is a good thing to do to protect, I know I'm moving around a lot, your lower back. Like if you stand with your fan, your toes apart like that, you're going to sit. Stand with your hip pushing forward somewhat, and that is going to cause you a lower back problem, shoulder problem, knees problem, hip problem, ankle problem. You can just go down. I mean, all of your joints because your alignments are not optimal. Okay. If you want to do more on that after your feet are parallel, you move your thighs back a little bit. And you're going to feel, for many of you that push your hip forward for most of your life, when you push like your hip back slightly, you're going to feel like you're sticking your butt out, like, whoa, what did she just tell me to do, sticking my butt out? Yeah. But then keep working on your neck, please. If you look in the mirror, that is not the case at all for some of you. You just never go backward with your body enough. Yeah. You can like half circle, you can look side to side. If you're ready to move down your body, your next stop is your shoulders, okay? And your wrist is there. You can shake your wrist, your forearms there as well. You can go back and forward. Okay, that feels really good. You can swing your arms. And if you want to go further, the next thing you do is now we're going to work the back muscles. So you swing your body side to side. Once again, just feel your body. Live your life. I am suggesting you, I give you the opportunity to listen to your body. So you take like the alignment cues from me, the suggestion from me, but yet applying to what feels right to your body. I think that is the size of living your life, that you respect yourself first. Have a wall will be great. You can just like work your legs, shake your ankle. Yeah. Or stand carefully, balance on one leg and work the others, right? Warming up, warming up, warming up. Oh, and you can shake. Oh, that's actually help with the thighs muscles. Experimenting. Goddess pose, heels in, toes out. Grab those blocks if you need them. If you're super tight, you don't need to extend your knee so far out, or I mean that extension is what I mean. It's gonna kind of pull your body downward and you bend your knees more. You just go as far as you can. Please don't, like, you don't need to play safe. For some of you that are more open than us, I mean, please go to your depth and enjoy and live your life. Like, love your body. And here you can twist a little bit too, like for some of you. If you can dangling your body down. Oh, now we go into feet parallel, please. Yeah. You can dangling your body down side to side. Some of you probably will not be able to do it. If you're super tight, you stay nice and tall and just bend your knee and just extend the spine. And when you do that, you extend your hip backward and extend your chest and your head forward. That's really helpful to keep the spine elongated. You can twist side to side. Remember to worry about your arms last. Work what next to your spine first. Like you work outwardly. All right, now we're gonna turn toward the front of the mat. You're gonna take the lunge stretch form. Back knee down, front leg straight, and we're gonna go into the stretch in a jellyfish motion. When you exhale, you go down. When you inhale, you come up. You don't need to come up all the way through, but just come up enough. Okay. So I don't want you at this moment hang into the stretch yet, because we're still warming up, and I want the breath to really kind of working with you and build the heat. So bring the movement of your trunks into the practice for the moment. And last one, please. Next inhalation, move up and away from the floor. Now this one, we're gonna bend the right knee and we're going to diagonal the right foot to the right. And you're gonna roll and balance on the little toe side edge of the foot. Right knee is bent, okay? Your arm probably have to be wide. Now your left knee and your right foot, you need to find the width that works with your body. So push the back knee back as much as you need. And we're gonna work like a jellyfish again. Exhale, you go hips back, chest forward, and go to the floor as far as you can handle that stretch a bit. And then inhale, move away from the stretch. Exhale, move into the stretch. Keep your jaw relaxed. Check with your eyebrows. Make sure you just not bring your eyebrows toward one another, okay? Stay really soft on your face. One more. Carefully, when you inhale next time, when you move up and away from the floor. Now, carefully ground your right foot to the floor first. We're gonna move safely and have your left hand on the floor, on the block, in line with your left knee. And we're gonna kick the right leg back. Straight lines on the bottom. Spin your belly and your chest a little bit diagonal toward the ceiling. And we are going to circle the right shoulder 5 times. And other side, please. After that exhale, we're going to turn back toward the front of the mat, square your hip, and we thread the needle with your right hands go under, okay? Okay. Now you can have your hips over your knees and move your left hip back right here. This is going to feel more on your back. You can also do exactly the same thing and go and sit toward the heel. Yeah. And now this is gonna make you feel more on your tricep. Right here is a tricep, bicep, tricep. Actually, it's not, more on the sides of your arms, and it helps to move your kind of scapula away from the spine, and you feel the stretch there. See which one you like and pick what feel good for you at this moment.
I actually never done this version for a long time, so my body is really like get the benefit out from this. I'm like, okay, I'm doing this way probably for a while for now. I really, really feel that stretching. One more breath, please. Then you help yourself to come out from it safely and you take child's pose. Please know that from here we're going to move with breath and with motion. You're going to go from be close to the floor with the inhalation, round your back up to the sky, move forward toward your wrist and arch at the end, cow pose. Exhale, round your back up toward the ceiling, move away from your wrist, back toward your heels, child's pose. And keep going like that with your breath, please. Know that you have to round your back in the middle between the end of each pose. Right. So that will allow you to stretch your back. That's the reason why I asked you to do that. And at the same time, I am slowly, gradually warming up your wrist. Find your child's pose, please. And then come up onto your hands and knee. Now we're going to go to the other side. You step your left leg forward. Get your right knees off the floor and pivot to the right. Now I'm facing my butt toward the camera, so I'm going to turn myself forward here. So we come back to this leg wide apart again. And you have an option to repeat what you have done earlier because it's not enough to stretch that muscle then, or switch to do something else, like something else. Right. I am doing Skandasana and I'm going to go into a very deep stretch, but my alignment are still true to the optimal, which means that I will never get my elbow over my ankle. And I keep my back elongated. Just be with your body. Listen to its signals. Okay. Then you turn back toward the front of the mat. Your left leg is forward. Your right knee is on the floor. Don't forget to pat the knee. That's once again. When you choose to live your life, you just want to make sure that your yoga is joyful. It's joyful. Lengthen the spine, moving like a jellyfish, please. Yeah, it's pretty good. You don't want to like struggle every single way through the end of the practice. The stretching, yeah, is not a fun sensation, but at the end, you know, when you come out from the mat, for many of you already, you feel good because you do the right things. Inhale, move up and away from the floor. We're going to get into the hip rotator. So ground your left foot down to the floor first and you diagonal to the left. Yeah. Adjust your body position mindfully. Your left knee is going to go into the left. We go hips back, chest forward, and we go jellyfish motion with the breath. Exhale toward the floor. Inhale, come up and away from it. If you cannot go so low, please, it doesn't matter how low you go. What matters is how much stretch you get out from it. It's not even how much stretch, like do you really feel stretch and also safe at the same time. I should say that. And then you inhale, come up and away from the floor. Make sure you ground your left foot to the floor first, and then you build your foundation on your right side, right hand's knee. And when you have that, you kick your left leg back. You're going to face the left side of your house, heart, chest, diagonally up toward the ceiling, and we do 5 circles on these left shoulders, each direction, please. And here we go. We're going to thread the needle, left hand under. Oh yeah, I feel my back crack. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let it go. And may your mind come back in this moment. You have to train yourself to not travel into any thoughts. The present moment is, to me, is a happiness. It's where you live your life. Not the past, not the future. Inhale, come up and away from the floor and take child's pose, please. Please know that from here, I'm going to ask you to do cow pose and child's pose again, but we're going to move a little bit more forward. So inhale, come up and away from the floor, round your back. And while you do cow pose, get your hip forward as well. Right there, and stop wherever you feel like your lower back doesn't feel, what should I say, and go back to child pose. Just know that your wrists are carrying more weight, right, and your lower back is getting stretched. So you have to be mindful of how far you should go so you get the workout, the stretch, and yet you're safe. And know that the depth of the pose can go more and more when the muscles are warming up and up. Inhale, and you go forward. You can even bend your elbow right there, right here. You don't need to straighten the arm completely. You bend your elbow a little bit. So the reason for doing that is actually help to move the scapula toward one another. We also work the shoulder joints. If you do this, yeah. On top of everything else that's happening. Give me one more, please. And then take child's pose. Yeah, I can feel my wrist. It's almost like I'm not ready to go further, so warm me up more. If you feel any like tension in the wrist, please know that you can circle the wrist at any times, okay? Or shake it. Then from here, we walk both of our hands to the right. Inhale, breathe into your back. Exhale, anchor your fingertip down and push the floor away from you and stretch the left side of your body. And you repeat. Other side, please. Walk your hand back center and crawl yourself forward to your forearm plank pose. Okay? Balance the weight on your knees or on your feet while you create the triangle with your hands. And you hold the pose and you breathe. Next exhalation, come all the way down to the floor with your belly and your chest. And you are going to extend your right hand to the right, straight out at your shoulder height, palm facing down, while you bring your left hand into the chest and you turn your body open to the sides of the room and land your left hand and left foot wherever that you know that your body feels safe or wherever it wants to go. Keep your heads on the floor. It's a better idea if your eyes is kind of get more taut that way. We don't need the neck muscle, have to do the work right now. And other side, please. And roll back down to your belly and your chest. And carefully, you're just gonna flip yourself, chest up toward the ceiling. So, you're facing your ceiling, backs on the floor. Arms and legs up toward the sky, let's shake it. And we go Supta Baddha Konasana, so you're gonna get your legs down to the floor with your feet together, closer to the hip and knees open. Extend your arms over your head. Happy baby, please. Now the feet go up toward the ceiling, knees open wider than your trunk. We bend it, and we're gonna pull the knee to the floor while we kick into the hands, just enough that you feel your leg muscles engaged and you rock your body side to side. And we go right ankle above your left knee, left foot to the floor, and then drop your figure four to the left. Okay. So your right foot to the ground, right knee toward the ceiling. Oh, breathe. You can look toward the right side, toward your right hands away from the legs as well, so you feel greater stretch, twisting sensation in your whole body. Oh, that's actually. Are we here? Are we here? Hi guys. So right hand behind the back of the head, and we do crunch to the left 8 times, please. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come back center. Hug your knee to your chest. Rock side to side. Thank you for helping. And then we do a bicycle, hand behind the back of the head, opposite elbow to the opposite knee, okay? And we do it. What number should we do? We do it 12 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hug your knee to your chest. Now rock side to side gently. Then you can rock back and forward to your seat, or you can rock on one side and get yourself up to a seated position. Extend your legs straight in front of you. Arm extend in front of you. Shake your legs a little bit. And here we go. Stop shaking the leg. Toe point up toward the ceiling. Spread your toe just gently. Inhale, spine nice and long. Exhale, we extend forward. Inhale, move up and away from that. Exhale, we extend the spine, roll it backward as far as you can. And then come up and then go forward, please. I'll do one more. You move up and away from the floor. Keep your left leg straight. Cross your right leg over. We are twisting to the right. Inhale, lengthen your spine upward. Right hand's back. Left hand elbow to the knee, or hold the knee with the hands. And exhale, you twist to the right. Remember that your belly is facing toward your left foot. It doesn't follow your right shoulders so much. We keep the hip facing forward the best we can. One more breath, please. And inhale, you're facing forward. Now we get the right leg out into Janu Shirshasana. Set up. Your right knee is bent, right heel to your right goal, your left leg straight. We're gonna bow toward that leg, and if you need to use a strap to go forward with the spine and your lower back elongate at all times, do that. Okay? Now, if for some reason your right ankle and your right knee doesn't like this at all, please get that leg back out and make it parallel to your left leg, and you go forward with both legs straight instead. Inhale, move up and away from the stretch. We extend the right leg straight and we're going to cross the left leg over. Marichyasana 3 and we twist to the left, okay? Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, when you twist, you do 2 actions at the same time in your trunk. Chest go on one side, belly go on the other side. Don't forget your neck at the end. That is a part of your spine. And you don't want the chin to go forward, neither you want. Imagine you have a wall behind the back of your head and you press against it. That's going to keep your cervical spine nice and elongated there. One more breath here. Inhale, facing forward. Get your left leg out. Heel to the groin, right leg straight. Use a strap or not. You can hold your foot with your own hands. Inhale, spine nice and lengthen. Exhale, you go forward and try to act like I'm tight here. Remember, I would love your arm to be more towards straight. You can have your elbow bend slightly. Okay, but try not to go low and get your elbow toward your ribs. Please don't do that. Keep your elbows away from your ribs and forward. This is going to help you to not tension your jaw and your upper body so much. And you realize on the stretch more than strength. And inhale, come up and away from the floor. Since we are on the seat, we still can do cobra actions here. Dandasana, leg straight, hand behind you. You can turn your palms a little slightly or straight forward. Feel your wrist when you do that. And you can be high on your fingertips and just let it float in the air for now, or palm flat to the floor. Shoot what works for your body, okay? And when you set that up, then anchor that palms or fingertips down to the floor and inhale, spine nice and high up to the sky. And when you exhale, draw your shoulder blades toward one another. Good. And push your chest forward and up while your neck is also kind of go to the same direction. However, keep breathing. Your ribs are going to do the opposite action. They're going to draw toward one another and they're going to draw inward and toward the back. And then you have to learn how to do those 2 actions in your trunk simultaneously. And exhale, relax. Here we go. Come down to your hands and knees, please. You're going to go up onto your legs finally. Right leg forward. High lunge. Use the block if you need to. Tuck your left toes under. Get your left leg off the floor. Come upright with your trunk. Remember, exhale, we work the legs. Inhale, you work the spine. Exhale, work the legs. Oh, that's a very strong stretch. Inhale, spine nice and lengthening. 3 more breaths here. Last one. And then left knee to the floor, both hands supporting you to the ground. Take child's pose, please. Just connect with the breath. Come and be with yourself. Remember that you're here to live your life. So you're not stay into your head so much. Or ever, actually. And come up and away from the floor. We go left leg forward. Right leg, tuck your toes under. And come upright. And you move with the breath. I want to remind you again, I don't care where your hands and your arms are landing, okay? As long as it helps you to opening your chest so we can get to stretch the pec majors right here that many of you are rounding so much forward. Please do. Ribs is in and together. Just keep breathing and keep working with your breath, please. And we go toward the floor once again and take child's pose. It's a strong pose. It uses a lot of energy. How about we stretch the same muscles again, but this time less energy work. But if you tight, I might have to give you a different options, okay? So you go into a low lunge setup. Now, see if you can get your left foot off the floor and hold it with the hands, okay? This one it doesn't use a lot of energy, but it needs a little room from this hip flexor to be able to do this. If you tight, let go of the foot, period, and you do what you just did in a high lunge, but in a low lunge instead. All right. So for us, we can hold the foot, square the hip toward the front of the mat, root your tailbone down, lift your spine high to the sky. And you can see me, I'm start to move. And if you start to move and you cannot stop moving, use a block and use your right hand. Make it another foundation so you have like 3 points of the foundation to help you to balance while you stretch your left leg. Ribs is in, chest is up. For us who are not holding the leg, you do exhale lunge, like inhale, lift the spine, exhale lunge, inhale, lift the spine. And then we go from here to our lunge stretch. So left knee down, right leg straight. Spine elongate, inhale, exhale, stretch. Now for this one, you can just, stay nice and low and really connect to that feeling of the stretching. And when you do inhalation, you don't need to move away from that feeling of the stretch so much. And when you exhale, you dive deeper into that stretch feeling sensation. Okay. Inhale, move up and away from your stretch. Once again, make sure your right foot, the soles is on the floor first, and build your left side, hands and knees align, and we're gonna kick the right leg back. You're facing the right side of the room again. This one, we're gonna do the right side lengthening. So push your weight toward your right foot, and from there, elongate that right hand over the head, and you feel that energy running from the foot out to your right fingertips. Try to keep your heart open. You don't want to do this in the round shoulder motion. One more breath. Exhale, facing the floor. We still stay on this side. Right leg go back forward. Walk it to the right, diagonal to the right slightly. Lizard pose, please. Then your body diagonal to the left. Okay. And each exhale, hips back, chest forward, and go to the floor. You can always keep adjusting. You can see me, I kind of feel actually like my knee joint, my hip joints. And when I find that place that they feel safe, then I get into the stretch. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Take child's pose, please. And come up onto your hands and knees, and we're going to go to the second side. 2 options. Left leg forward, bend your right knee, hold the foot with the hands. Cannot hold the foot, let go. Okay? Hip square forward, all of us. Ribs is in, chest is go up. I'm going to do both actions simultaneously. This word is good, simultaneously. When you do the foot holding, you're going to feel more of your body go backward and upward. When we're not holding the foot, our body go forward because of the lunging, it's not because of the body. And then we go upward. It's a 2 different feeling on the action of the trunk. And you let go of that back foot. And we straighten that front leg. Runner stretch. Spine elongate, inhale. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, move up and away from the floor carefully. Help yourself until the soles of your right foot on the floor first. And then you build your foundation on your right side, hands and knee. Kick your left leg back when you're ready. Spin your belly, your chest up toward the sky. Get the hip over the knee the best you can. And then long left side body from the toes, from your foot to your palms, from your toe to your fingers. Keep your heart open. Feel your chest extend forward and diagonal upward. Belly is drawn in slightly. And we exhale, we go back down to the floor. Go left leg forward. Lizard pose on this side, please. Inhale, move up and away from the floor. We're not done yet. Heel toe your left foot in. Sorry, Mindy. Just make sure you kind of support yourself. We're going to go into goddess pose. So tuck the back toes under. Get the back knees off the floor and you pivot to the right, okay? And then when you're there, turn your heels in, turn your toes out. Extend your knees away from one another. Climb up your thighs mindfully. And then extend your knees apart when you exhale. Again, long leg bone when you exhale. And then inhale, long spines out to the crown of your head. And you work with your breath. And then your body this time is going to move like a big jellyfish. This is a true goddess poses look like this, but I don't care where your arms land. Is once again, what is more is right here. The muscle is really connected to the spine because they move you around more. So we want to opening them first before the limbs. Okay. And we're going to come up standing slowly, push into your feet. Off your joint just enough. When you feel like you are safe to move, you have to get your feet parallel in order to come up safely. Yeah. And then you do come up and standing. See if any part of your body need to be kind of taken care of from all of those work, or you can stand still in Tadasana and practice building your optimal alignments into your body and learn to remember them. Hips is back, chest is up, ribs is in, shoulder blades is together, so you like the head of your arm bones right here, it should not go forward like that. They should go backward, and your palm is opening. You held yourself away from one another. Okay. Relax a little bit and swing your body side to side, please. We're going to do some poses on our feet today. And this one is a figure 4 pose. It requires balance. If your balance is not solid, please find the wall, because I don't care the balance part of this pose. I care for the hip rotator stretch of this pose. So let's hear. I'm going to find my wall right here. We're going to work the right leg first. So we're going to get the right ankle above the left knee. Make sure your ankle is not on the legs, okay? The ankle is free to the outside. And when you have that, you're going to sit down, and then you're going to send your hip backward while your chest, your body diagonal forward. And that right knee opening to the right. Okay? If you can balance, you can help by getting your arm forward right there. And know that the more you sit down, the more your chest go toward the shin, the more of the hip rotator right here on the outside, you're going to feel it. This is your pigeon stretch right here. We just do it differently, not completely actually. One more breath, please. Come up. Shake the leg. And we go into the other side. You just build the depth. You can go deeper, you go. Just listen to your muscles. With the other leg, it's carry weight too, so you start to feel tired because it's a lot of weight. It's a lot of holding itself. Come up, slowly standing, please. And then you shake your legs, maybe twist the body. Now, next one we're going to do something challenge is warrior 3 pose. So you have your weight onto your right leg. Okay, we're going to go together. Have those blocks in front of you for us who know that you're not super strong. Yeah. And then you move your left leg back behind you right there. Hip square forward. Engage your core. And when you exhale, while your chest go forward, right, keep extending your chest away from your belly. And you lift your left leg off the floor. You just move with breath slowly. Maybe wait for your exhale to move. Chest keep extend forward. At one point, if you need help, find those blocks. You can actually use the opposite hands, which means your left hand by itself even to help you engage your core. Bend your right knee, step your left leg back behind you. See that? Get your left knee to the floor. We're going to come off from this safely. And then we're going to go forward again. So step your left foot forward to meet the right, but hip distance apart. Same level, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, extend your chest downward and toward the leg as far as you can. That's your hamstring stretch action there. Inhale, move away from that. Exhale, back. Inhale, move away from that. Now, next one, you bend your knees. I know it's a lot. Climb up your thigh, chair pose. Make your weight go to the heels, toes. You should be able to lift them and spread them apart. Knees over your ankle. Arms in front of you. Root your tailbone down, engage your core a lot. Really round your back this one. Open your arms wider. And then keep that lower back where they are the best you can. And then get your heart up to the sky. And your lower back will arch automatically by itself. Yeah. Heart open, wherever your hands landed, please let it be. Work the heart first. One more breath. Stand nice and tall. Inhale. Woohoo! Exhale. Relax your hands down by your side. Tadasana, hips back, chest lifts, shoulder blades together. Close your eyes and breathe. And slowly opening the eyes. Let's do the other side, please. Get your weight onto your left leg. Now, as before I go further, you can use both hands holding those blocks, okay? Some of you don't need to use hands holding the block at all. You can have your hands in prayer. You can have your hand back behind you while your body tilted or extend alongside the ear. This one is really tough. But for us who need the balance, and you can see you balance on your left foot already. If you have your right hand on the floor, it's going to make the standing easier. So you prep wisely. And you go, weight onto your left leg, your right leg go back, square the hip. And here we go, chest forward, right leg lift. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, tilt. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, tilt. I really want you to learn to keep your hips square toward the floor. Learn to elongate the spine and not to worry about go toward the floor. This is like your core. It should make you feel lengthened. Yeah. Bend your left knee, step your right leg back. Get your right knee to the floor. Now we're going to go to the floor. So find your seat, please. Opening your legs apart. Shake your legs. It's a miracle. We disconnect once. That is a miracle. Because yesterday it was continually disconnected. Oh my God. Those ladies are trooper. And you ladies and guys as well. I mean, wow, I know you will be there and help me. But this is like, oh, thank God. Right hand extended. Right hand extended to the left. Keep your spine elongate each exhale. We do side stretch. Remember, if it doesn't feel good, I actually don't feel like I get a lot out from it. You can hold the back of your head as well and plug your armpit back and curl your chest up toward the sky. And you can see my left hand is moving around a lot because it can be wherever as long as it's supporting you. Yeah. Oh yeah. It just feel much like get much more out from it. But if your arms alongside the ears, it feel the same like I do, like you get much more out from it, do that. Please come up and away from that. We go to other side. Length first and stretch. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Now we're going to go forward and to the floor, okay? Elongate the spine up. Exhale, go forward. Remember, you extend your spine both directions. This one, you can feel your sitting bone to the floor, and you want to keep that sitting bone grounded. You don't want to pull your hips off the floor. And you go as low as you can go because you love your lower back first. Keep coming to the love because that's how it helps you to live your life. Yeah. I'm trying to go back to my themes, as you can tell. Almost done, everybody. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. Now you're going to lie down to your back. Make sure you have a block handy. Circle your knees side by side. Let's work the hip joints a bit. Because they are in the lock, like one dimension position in so many poses. And change direction. Bridge, please. Feet on the floor, hip distance apart. Walk in until you cannot walk any further. And make them parallel. With your mind, just like, okay, that's my feet parallel. Spread your toes. And then push down, hip lift, extend the knees away from you. Get your shoulder blades together. The head of your arm bones is try to come close to one another. We need the neck to elongate. Please don't get your chin toward the chest. Don't do that. And while you move your chin away from the chest, you also want to do it just enough. You don't want to overdo it because it can happen. One more breath. And exhale slowly. Get your spine down. One at a time. Both knee to the chest, drop them to the right. Left arm extend out to the side. You can use your right hand, hold your left leg if that feels right. Close your eyes. And when you exhale, you allow your body to sink in downward. Mama mima. Inhale, come up and away from the floor. And drop your knees to the other side, please. And when you exhale, your bones are heavy. Your skin is softening. Your bottom jaw drop away from the top. And carefully inhale, bring your legs up and away from the floor. Put the block underneath your sacrum, please. And let's extend the legs up toward the sky. Just move your shoulders. Find that sweet spot for your body to relax and let go, while the energy, the universe can take over. Like if you have to bend your knees slightly, do so. If you have to bend your knees a lot, maybe do so. Shavasana, please.